All right, everybody, welcome here to Speakers Theater. And as we are getting everyone onto the Zoom, if you're just seeing this, I am going to put a comment out there. So if you want to jump on and join us here live and share your story, because it's too big to display small, you got to get it out there. So I'm putting the link here. We're getting ready to open up the doors to have everyone coming in. So this is how it works. This is how it rolls. We'll have some opening. We have some fun things. We get to do networking. We get to do breakout rooms. And then everyone gets to come back and share your 30 to 60 seconds about what you do, how to get in touch with you. Do you need a speaker? Do you need a podcaster? What is it out there, what your big ask is? And then we have some special presentations that are 10 minutes. And then, of course, it's streaming here live on 9 different channels. So not just live in the Zoom, but 9 different channels. Michael, yes.
All right, I'm about to go live here, so it's great to have Donna, everybody on. We're going to bring the group on Zoom. We actually have so many calls going on. We have people all over the place on different calls, but that's awesome. So here comes our Zoom crew. So again, you can listen to us as you want out there in the universe. And at the same time, if you really want to, I got to remember to do that. I made everybody quiet for a minute. But so we've got everybody out there listening to us in the world of Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. You know, it's funny. Everybody always forgets about Twitch. It's the kind of thing where we forget, oh, there's this whole other channel. Not only is it free, not only is it owned by Amazon, but it was amazing when Twitch was first sold. One of my students actually was part of the Twitch marketing team, so she just took the buyout at 35 and has been playing ever since. She went to like 7 continents. That sounds like them all. Yeah, she went that far. But the great thing about that is that those are the channels, those are the things, no worries, that you really want to know and you want to be part of, and you want to make sure that people really create more of what they're doing together. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the day goes. We have more and more people joining. So as they join, if they join your breakout room, if they join what you're doing, what I'd like you to do is really just connect with them, right? Make them feel wanted, and we go from there. So in about 7 minutes, we're going to go into breakout rooms. And in the breakout rooms, the greatest piece about that is you're going to work in a team. And in a team, you're going to so everybody on here, remember this so you can teach people in your breakout rooms what to do. The other thing, too, is as we move into the breakout rooms, cameras on. You know how we do this at the Mentor Studio and Power Team? We want cameras on. The other thing, leave the chat alone for the moment. You'll have plenty of shameless promotion coming on later. We are broadcasting this out to the channels, and we go from there. We also know at the same time, we actually have a big event next week, so we're going to have this call, but then we're going to move everybody over to the the Self-Love Revolution. We've got some of the major players who own the major stages will be on that, but it's going to be a lot of content. So we're going to move you guys all next week, so get ready for that. That will be Thursday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be content speakers, content networking, masterminding, everybody together. It's gone out to many different channels, so that's pretty exciting. And then the week after, we'll be right back to the regular Speakers Theater. But what's going to happen is, again, you're going to move into masterminds in a moment. In the masterminds, you're going to basically say who I am. Does everybody know who they are? And by the way, turn your cameras on, because when you're in a mastermind, when you're in a group and your camera's not on, and people don't see you, and people don't know who you are, people don't know what you look like, it's just not that much fun. So turn your camera. Now, if you're in a place where you can't turn your camera on, and it's kind of thing we don't want you to turn your camera on, then don't turn your camera on. You know what I'm saying? There are definitely times where we're like, yeah, it's okay, don't turn your camera on. But the other great thing about that is you're going to be able to have 30 seconds to basically say, my name is Michael Silvers. I'm managing partner of the Mentor Studio, executive vice president of the Power Team. I'm so excited to be here today. My business is, so you get about a 10-second commercial because you're practicing for your commercial after. And then what is one challenge in your business this week? One challenge in your business this week. You're going to go around the room. After you get everybody's challenge, then you're going to decide as a group which challenge you're going to work on. You're going to have 10 minutes to work on the challenge, actually 15 minutes to work on the challenge, come up with solutions, and see how much you can learn within 15 minutes or less. If you get through the challenge where you feel comfortable, then pick challenge number 2 from somebody else. It's about helping, networking, working together. Then we're going to bring you back. We're going to say, yay, we're going to find out one or two of the things you guys learned. Then we're going to move right into shameless promotion. I love it. You're going to have 20 seconds to say, my name is, my business is, one thing about you nobody else knows. And I'm never going to remember all this, so you guys just do it, even though I do it every week. And then at that point, the greatest thing about that is it's not just people on this call, it's all the channels that we're broadcasting out to and all the recordings we're doing. So your name gets out there. During that piece, you get to put in the chat your name and your contact information. Does that make sense? So people can reach back out and work with you if they want and go from there. That's a really important piece. And, you know, it's great because it's that networking piece. Now, last week was fun. We had a great time as usual. And we know there's two other calls going on actually right now that we're running, so we're okay. Our people are over there too. We're spread out a little bit today. But last week we had people calling in from Japan, calling in from Romania, calling in from England, calling in from South Africa, calling in. We always have our Canadian group. You guys are here. We had people from Mexico last week. So the other thing too is today there's a big live event happening in Washington, D.C. Tomorrow we have a live event happening in Phoenix. We have a mastermind in Phoenix. We have a mastermind in Irvine. So we have like so many events happening at the same time that we want to make sure that we have consistency of we'll always be here for this call. Last week we had 55 people on the call. We had 120 listening online. This week right now you see there's 20 beautiful people and you just never know. Don't care. I've done this way too long. Who's here is who here, and they're the ones who show up. And we always have the group online. We'll have more people come on after the other call ends. And then after we do the shameless promotion of ourselves, then what we're going to do is we're going to take one or two people who are on this line and they're going to talk to you about really what they do for 8 to 10 minutes, but it's not about what they do. They're going to give you content and something you can use immediately. So one or two tips that you can use immediately and go from there, because it's a showcase, a spotlight. 90 minutes from now, actually less than that. 82 minutes from now, we are done. And if you have any questions along the way, my contact information is very simple. And I'll give my history really quickly. I promise I won't do it every single time. But why not? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody knows everybody. But my contact information is very simple. Here you go. Want to make it even more simple? Okay. That's my cell phone number. That is my personal cell phone number. Most of you have it already who know me. If you don't, there it is. You can text me. Let me know your name, what your business is, and one thing about you that I don't know. Get to know each other. You call my phone, you're not going to answer it. You text me 10 times a day, I'm going to block you. How's that sound, right? But it's a way to communicate and really just get to know each other on a different level, and it makes sense as we move forward. The other thing, too, is we are broadcasting out through the different channels, so
yes, we are.
Take a social media moment and let other people know that we're on. That's great. So, yes, we are. There's Donna Campbell, my lead on this whole project. She's our lead trainer. Give Donna a big round of applause.
And just a quick comment here.
She's actually chatting and you don't even hear her.
Yes, no, I have a quick comment. So I know you guys are going to be invited to write into the chat at various times your information. Please keep the chat open and clean for the speakers. And when directed to put your information into the chat, because what you guys don't see here on the streaming side is I am copying and pasting each and every one of your comments into the StreamYard to go out and onto 4 different Facebook channels on this other side that are not picking up the comments. So it takes me a little bit of time to do that. And I want to capture your information so people can get in touch with you, not only here, but all of our watchers and listeners here on the live stream, which, by the way, people have been contacting me and saying, hey, I saw the broadcast. It was after the fact. Truly loved it. I'm getting in touch with so-and-so. So please just put the comments in the chat when Michael indicates for you guys to do that so we can get everyone's information out there.
Awesome. Give Donna a big round of applause. Good to what I do. So very simply, with our Self-Empower team and our other business partners, and you could just go to our website. Donna could put that off with them because she's got like 10 million things she's doing at the moment, which is a good thing, right? That's because we're a team, we're a family, and we do this together. But I'll put our website up there really quick. You can listen to the podcast, and we actually have a whole podcasting division. We have a lot going on. We have a health and wellness division. We do about, with our partners, about 300 live events a year. We actually had 8 events this week. It was pretty crazy incredible. And we also have about 2 hours. It's been that kind of day. We have part of. So we have the Self-Love Revolution coming up, Wealth 11.0. The great thing about that is some of the people on there run some of the largest stages on the planet. They'll be talking about what they do, what's going on. And so we want to make sure that you're all on that next week. We give you permission not to be here, but to be on that. So, Donna, do you have the link for that again? If you
For which one?
If not, we'll get somebody to post it.
For which one?
Self-love.
Yes, I do.
For Self-Love Revolution, Wealth 11. But so we want to make sure that you guys are signed up for that and that you're on that, because we brought some pretty heavy hitters on there. One of the person on there, her alone, she has over 1 million followers. So one of the other people do the stages where you see 10 to 12,000 people. So we brought, and then we're going to do is with all of other events going on for the next couple months, we also have a big event in Vegas, which will have about 400 live people in December. The Self-Love Revolution will have a massive amount of people then in January. We just got a lot going on. We can always hook you in. We do daily lunches. We do weekly events. We do masterminds. We've got 9 of them kicking off. We've got mobile fun. Anything you need, we can help you with. And if we don't know, we'll just send you to one of our partners. Because the one thing I don't believe, and then we're going to get going, is say, I can do everything. Please stop doing that. The greatest person out there is somebody who refers you to somebody else. Does that make sense? So the minute I know what you need and what you're about, then I'll help you and refer you to somebody else, and we go from there. So I wanted to thank everybody for being on. I've got everybody shut down for the moment, but I'm going to open it up. Don't talk yet. Don't post yet. Don't do anything crazy yet. So you're about to move into breakout rooms. So I need cameras on. I want to see cameras start punching on. When I move you into the breakout room, what we're going to do again is 30 seconds about yourself. My name is Michael Silvers, managing partner of the Mentor Studio. I've been on stages for the last 23 years. I helped Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki go around the world. My business partner is obviously Mr. Bill Walsh from Power Team, and Mary Glorfield, who was Tony's VP for 18 years. I traveled with Harv Eker because I was his VP of sales. I was head of coaching and one of the trainers for 8 years for Peak Potential, blah, blah, blah. Okay, make it quick. You got 30 seconds or less. My business is the Mentor Studio, where we help mentor people around the world, whether they're less fortunate than us. We're going to make always a place for them to be, to educate the light. And my biggest business challenge is, boom, done, 30 seconds. You need a timekeeper in every group. Make sure you have a timekeeper. Find that person right away. That's the person who's most anal or makes the loudest noise. Everybody got that? Then everybody, you go around the horn. Everybody does that for 30 seconds. Then you discuss what the biggest challenge you all seem to have. Talk about that for 15 minutes. Make bullet points. Don't be the only one who talks the whole time or nobody gets a chance. If you're an introvert, say I'm an introvert so that everybody picks on you first. And then at the same time, if you really hit that one challenge off, move to your next challenge. So this is now, if you go into a group and all the cameras are off and nobody's talking, come back to the main room and we'll put you in another group. Does that make sense to everybody? Don't be shy. Because what's going to be happening in the main room is when you're doing that, yes, we can always focus on things like that. We change it every week. We'll be changing what the focus is, whether it's what we call away from or towards and all that. But the other thing too is, and we could do a whole show on that, what's working. So we're plugged into pretty much everywhere around the world. So I'd be happy to do a little training on that if anybody's curious of what is actually working right now, depending on whether it's social media, virtual, and all that. And then I'm going to bring you guys all back, and then we'll move into the next piece. So if you get in a room, there's no camera on, nobody seems alive, just come back to the main room. We're going to be talking to the folks on the different channels anyways. So we'll see you pop back in, and I'll just move you to another room. All right, cameras on, people. And I know some of you don't have your cameras on, so you know what I'm saying? Turn your cameras on. If you can't have your camera on, just make sure you're live and active. I'm going to set up the breakout rooms right now. Donna, you want to chat with them just for 30 seconds, and we're ready to go.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're out there and we are live streaming and you're picking us up on one of our several channels, then go ahead and join our Zoom link here. I put that there as a banner at powerteamusazoom.com, and you can get into the live Zoom, into the breakout rooms, so that you'll have the ability to meet people, network, and see how each and every one of us can grow and expand our own networks. For those of you that are watching on Zoom and you want to see what it might look like on one of the social media channels, I just put in the chat here. You can either go to my personal page or Power Team USA on Facebook. Here's the fun part about this. If you want to stream it on even more channels, all you have to do is push the little share button under the live video and share it directly to your own Facebook page, and we can share it to many more channels and platforms. StreamYard allows us to do 8. I stream it like this on a couple additional extra channels, so we're really kind of up to like 10 or 11. But if you guys share it onto your own platform, it goes out for everybody as well, and it's a win-win and win-win because we are all in service to each other.
It is. I want to tell everybody too, Donna, you're so. And we put Donna on stage around the world already. She's been in London. She's been all over the place. So you're just amazing. And she'll be on stage in Phoenix in like a day or two. You'll be doing 2 events for us there. So that's
I'm in Phoenix tomorrow.
We're really.
Who knew?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's right. You're flying out tomorrow morning. And we're really in a practice mode, just to let everybody know, because in January we're moving to broadcast to TV channels. So we're really this is next couple months. We're just practicing how we want the show to look, how we want it to go. We already have the deal done, and all that part's already done. So you're now like in a practice. You get to know us the next couple months. We get to know you. If you need anything, if you join us at the Mentor Studio, you'll be a much bigger part of this. We'll talk about that later. And then we go live. I think it's looking like January, and it's not exciting or not exciting. Okay, I grew up in Hollywood. All my friends work in Hollywood. It's just another avenue. Do people understand that? It's just another avenue, right? You got to do what you love to do. I always say one of the big parts of my story, I worked for Dame Fortune Productions. His mom was Elvis's PR the whole time. Her and Red were best friends. She was the PR person the whole time. And she said to me about Hollywood, the one thing she always said is, you don't love it more than yourself and your family, get out. And it's you got to love what you do. And if you don't love what you do, then make sure you go home and you love your family even more. How's that sound? So have a great time. You're going to breakout rooms. I'll see you back in about 20 minutes. Make it happen.
All right, everybody, they are going into breakout rooms, and I am keeping one of our people here on the Zoom feed, Jessica Brothers, with me. So you're going to have the ability to hear her, and you also see her on the Zoom here in my bottom left-hand corner. So if you're out there on any of the channels watching, I know they're in the breakout rooms. Go ahead and jump on to powerteamusazoom.com. Get yourself into a breakout room and network. Otherwise, I am going to be asking Jessica some questions around speaking, speakers theater, Power Team, the Mentor Studio. We're going to do a quick little mini interview during this time. So Jessica, let's have you share with us a little bit about you, your background, and who you are. And where does she go? Oh, she's figuring out. Nope. Where did she go? She blipped off there just for a minute. There you are. Okay, now I see you. Unmute yourself.
I got sent into a breakout room.
Oh, nope. There, we flashed in, we flashed out. All right. So Jessica, do a quick little introduction of yourself and let us know who you are.
Absolutely. My name is Jessica Brothers. I'm an integrative nutritionist specializing in human biology. Basically, I help people get what they want. 98% of Americans struggle with some sort of health-related issue, whether it be insomnia, anxiety, depression, fatigue, lack of motivation, lack of focus, indigestion. And what my team and I do is we get a blueprint of the inside of people's body, and we recommend a lifestyle and nutritional change to help dissipate all the symptoms and struggles that they're currently dealing with.
Wow. Truly, truly amazing, and so needed and so necessary in this world. Now, I know one of our sponsors here is Power Team International. I know you're a rainmaker. You're part of the alumni. You've done various things with Power Team. And one of the catchphrases that we all repeat and say, because Bill Walsh is always saying, your story is too big to play small. How has that impacted your life and helped you share your message out in the world?
Oh, wow. That's an awesome question. And I believe that everyone needs to start speaking about their story because, my background, as I'm sure many people, adversity was huge in my face. And it's until I started actually speaking about it that I could actually heal from it and move forward. as well. So impacting me, talking about it, I realized that people were able to relate with me. People realized I was a real person. When I did talk about it, I started out in the fitness world and training and just nutrition. And when I put out there, I thought I had to be perfect, right? I thought I had to have perfect everything being in the fitness world. But I realized soon that people couldn't relate to that. So as soon as I started sharing my story and my vulnerability and what I had been through to get to where I was, people started relating to me, and I was able to help more people. And as I did that, I found myself moving forward, growing out of it, being able to move on. So it's huge because it's a way that you can personally heal when you share your story. Not only that, but you can help others as well. So that was the biggest turning point.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I so believe that. One of the comments here in the chat that came up on one of our live feeds is from Violet. She says, I've been told my story is too extraordinary and it needs to be more relatable. What would you say to something like that?
Yes. So not everyone is for you, right? There's going to be certain people that relate to you and certain people that don't relate to you, and that's okay. I believe that the more you got to be authentic. Number one, you have to be authentic. And I'm not sure what they mean by it's too extraordinary. It needs to be more relatable. Other than the fact that if it's truly your story and you're telling it authentically, coming from your heart, the people that are meant to hear are gonna hear it. They're gonna be the ones that are attracted to you, and you're going to attract those people into your world, into your life, to hear that story. That's what I would say. If you're trying to create your story to be more for a broad audience, I feel personally that you won't be able to reach those people that you're meant to help while you're sharing that story in the first place. So I would say the first thing to do is make sure it's just truly authentic to you, your story, and just keep speaking it. And the more you speak it, the more you're going to find your voice in it as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to invite Violet to make another comment so she knows.
Yes.
She said she went from multiple suicide attempts to living a more joy-filled life.
That's great.
Yes.
That's absolutely
total
great.
Power in that story. Total power.
She needs to share that.
Yes, absolutely. So I don't know about that. I don't think any story is too extraordinary to be out there and to be relatable, because your story is somebody else's story. And it was a lesson that I learned on the very first podcast that I did. It was live. It was called Stories of Healing. And the person, my host, that was asking me questions was asking me about the most intimate, vulnerable parts of my life that I had never shared with anybody. And the day that I almost died through domestic violence. And what I realized was that my story was his story, because he was a child that grew up in that environment. So your stories are so incredibly powerful. So do definitely get them out there. Consider joining us here on the Power Team USA Zoom.com stream and share your story with everybody when you get the opportunity to speak in your 30 to 60 seconds. We would love to hear you there. One of the other things I was going to ask you about, Jessica, is about the Mentor Studio. I know you're one of the elite mentors. It's one of the other sponsors of Speakers Theater. So share with us your experience about the Mentor Studio and how it's been helping you grow and magnify your own story.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing that I would say is the people. You want to be around a great group of people. Yeah. This is the place. It's a family in here, right? One team, one family. We all do this together. We're all in this together. There's no judgment. We're all here to support each other and grow. And if you're looking for that community because maybe you feel alone, maybe you feel like you don't fit somewhere, and I say that from my personal experience, I absolutely love the people. You show up and they show up for you as well. And beyond that, it's, you find, I had this conversation yesterday with someone who reached out to me. You find different levels of people, I call it. You find the people that you need to help, the ones that can be your clients or the ones that you can provide value to. Then you find those that are kind of in the same kind of level of business as you. And you guys can share things that you do to help grow and expand and support each other. And then you find those that challenge you as well. So you have all those levels within the mentor studio, which I think are important to for your business, for you, for your personal life, and for you to just grow and develop as a human, period. So that's my main love about the mentor studio.
Nice. And so all of these components, Power Teams, Speakers Theater, the mentor studio, you with the fitness and the training and the nutrition and all of that. How has all of these different platforms impacted you in your business?
Oh, wow. Connections. It really just connections. And perspective, giving me perspective on maybe beliefs that I was limited on, or perspective on other ways I can do things. Or the biggest thing is to not do it alone. I was one to always do it all by myself. My first 2 businesses I built all by myself. Let me tell you the struggles and the time and the money that I spent, figuring crap out for myself. But, since being in the community like these, you learn that you can go further with other people. And I know Bill Walsh says this all the time. Maybe you can go faster by yourself, and that's what I always used to believe. But you can go much further with other people, with a team, and that could not be more the truth. It's more satisfying and a lot less stressful too. you save a lot of time, a lot of money. So, that impact has been huge for my business. Absolutely.
Yes, truly, truly. And I'm going to agree with you on every aspect of there, because I know for myself, I've received so many amazing opportunities where I would not have received if I wasn't part of a community that's one team, one family. And a lot of our core values that we have, that we work and operate from, is a lot about dedication to each other and to the community, and loyalty, and then contribution, because we're always contributing to each other. It's about serving others first, because that service always comes back to you in a lot of different ways there. So Michael, can I just invite you to share a few comments?
Yeah, that's the great beat too. It is really about being a community. Part of our community, we also listen to the community. It's what is the community, what is they want, and that's why I put the link for the podcasting part, because the community said to us, there was a couple of things. They said, first of all, we want a health and wellness division, so we did. We have a call every month, and we have a lot going on there. We have stages, but at the same time, they also said that we're podcasters. We're starting to grow into who we are and getting that really going. So we created that page. We created the group where we get together. We created so we can think and we can share, and we actually will support each other. And part of the group that's backing us is a group that produces over about 1,500 shows themselves. So, and the great thing about that is you're going to be part of all. It's going to be not just you doing it alone. Oh boy, I've hit my 23rd show. I'm going crazy. You'll have a mastermind group to work with all the time. And at the same time, we're going to do this together, right? We're going to do this together and really work together. Watch me put people in breakout rooms and talk at the same time. And as right, I'm very talented. And as podcasters, the great thing about that is we work together. We take, what is your mission? What are you working on? What is it that you need? Do you just need more guests? Is it something that you want to be part of? Is it somebody you need to know, whatever that is? And we do this together. So, we're going to have Speakers Theater every week. So we really formally launched January. And we're doing it because we just wanted a place for people to hang out, to really do business, to move forward, and to have a team and a family and people to work with. The other thing, too, that really happens at the same time is that we have fun, right? We're going to always have fun while we do this. We're going to work with people that we know, like, and trust. We're going to work with people that we're going to get to know. We're going to get to know a lot of you over the next couple months. The ones who show up, show up. You always know the people that you want to work with, because it's the kind of thing where they continually show up. How many times in your life have you shown up? I don't have business partners like the VP for Tony Robbins for 18 years. If I hadn't shown up all those years with my wife, we kept showing up at events. We showed up here. We showed up in Australia. We showed up all over. You're here? Okay. That's different. Didn't expect those Americans to fly over for this. That was a long time ago. But it's the kind of thing where you always show up. Oh, I'm too busy. I got too much. I got this. I got that. That's the excuses that stop you every single time. And it will make a big difference. So we've got a whole group right now in breakout rooms, which is awesome. If you want to join us live, you can be part of that. They're working on their businesses right now. Then we're going to move into shameless promotion, where they get to talk about themselves. You don't just say, join my business, but you say, this is what I do. And we're going to be doing that next in about 10 minutes. And then we're going to hear from just a couple people who have something to teach us, train us on, or speak to us about, or make a difference in our lives. And then we're going to do a little Q&A at the end. Next week, we're going to move you all into, we'll start this, and then we're going to move everybody into the Self-Love Revolution Wealth 11.0, because we really feel it's a big place for you to be. It's going to be, there's networking, there's activity, and there's tremendous speakers coming on, and they'll all be live. Nobody's going to be recorded or anything like that, though we are going to record a lot in January, so we're going to have live ad recordings, because we have so many people to bring to you, because, my business partner alone, 18 years with Tony Robbins, 12 years with Hannah Becker, she put everybody on stage on the planet. So we're bringing in a lot of people. The gentleman running it ran LA Live for almost 20 years. He interviewed just about every rock star, every major player on the planet. They were number 3 next to Sony Music. And it's amazing what you can learn from people, because you got to get to know their background and what they're about. So it's phenomenal to have you all on. We're going to bring everybody back in about 9 minutes. And then we're going to rock and roll from there. So, Donna, back to you.
All right. And for those of you, I know you keep seeing me here on the live screen, slipping off to the other computer. I have a 2 computer setup, a couple of microphones, broadcasting. We're going out to 9 or 10 different channels. And of course, everyone's live here at PowerTeamUSAZoom.com. So if you want to join, quickly get into a breakout room, learn, meet a few people, definitely just log into there and join. If you're out there on the live stream and want to make a comment, go ahead and share a comment. It feeds through here, and we can share that and address any questions or anything you guys might have. But welcome to Speakers Theater, Power Team, and of course the Mentor Studio partners in bringing this together for you. So our guest here today that we've been talking with while everyone's out in breakout rooms is Jessica Brothers. And so Jessica, for those that might just be jumping on the street now, share with us 2 or 3 sentences about you, and what does Speakers Theater mean to you as a participant?
Can I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
That great post that you always send out, Donna, about Speakers Theater. Can you actually put it in the chat for me right now? I'm going to pop onto a list and send out a quick little blast, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, perfect. I can do that.
We have way too much fun.
So much fun, right? So much fun.
Just when you think you can do it all, you add on 7 more things, and then you can still do it.
It just gets better and better and better that way.
I agree. More fun,
And
the more people want to be around us.
That's right. And, I clicked the wrong button. It's just, you go with the flow. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, continue, YouTube.
All right. Well, great. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Michael. I love being here always. My name is Jessica Brothers. I am a integrative nutritionist and human biologist. Basically, my team and I help you get what you want by diminishing symptoms of headaches and fatigue and insomnia, anxiety, the way you feel stress, all of that stuff that 98% of us probably can relate to, right? But we have struggle understanding why we keep feeling that way. Sometimes we don't get the proper answers. So my team and I blueprint the insides of the body, and we help build a plan for nutrition and supplementation so that, everything can kind of diminish and your body is fully supported the way it needs to heal like we're meant to. That is our superpower for sure. So being here with the Mentor Studio, don't we have a lot of fun, and being around great people is what I really, really love. But not only that, it allows me to be in front of more people, right? Because the more people I'm in front of, the more people I can help. And I know that health, we have a huge epidemic of health being in my eyes, in the wrong direction, because mental health and obesity is on the biggest rise ever. I mean, with everything that's been going on in the world. The average person gained 28 pounds in the past 2 years. That's an issue all in itself. And I would love to reach as many people and help as many people as possible, whether it's in their businesses, with their health, just someone to talk to, someone to inspire, whatever it may be. And this is a beautiful platform to connect with other people, for your business and for relationships, which is huge. And, it means the world to me to finally feel like I actually fit somewhere other than, just by myself in my own home. So that means the absolute world to me. On top of it, like Michael said, we have a lot of fun with some really, really fantastically great people here. So that's what I'd like to share about that.
Totally, totally awesome. And really quick, I do have a question. If someone's in that fatigue, they might have depression or anxiety or the headache, how does that impact their business? And what is one tip to overcome that?
Absolutely. I love that. So of course that impacts their business, because if you're not 100%, the way you show up in life is not 100%. If you're showing up one morning, waking up on the wrong side of the bed with a headache and tired, how do you think that's going to play out in your business when your team knows that you're tired, and the way you receive stress is gives you anxiety, and you're making choices through what I call that filter of being tired and stressed out and low energy. We don't have everything to give everything, and our business is going to result in that, right? So one tip I would do, first, this is where I started, and this is where I start all my clients. Fill your own cup first. Yes, maybe you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you don't know why you're feeling tired. But I do find that if you do something in the morning that can shift your mood, meaning it truly makes you happy, then you have a better chance of showing up as close to 100% that day. So then you can make your choices through that filter of being happy, or leading your team, or getting that result in your business. Find one thing every single morning. I call it a non-negotiable. Do it every single morning. First thing, put yourself first so that you can show up as your best self for everyone else who's out there waiting for you to show up, who needs you, like your business and your team and anyone that you're supposed to inspire that day. Light those candles for people instead of blowing them out, right? So, find that. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever you have in the morning. Make yourself smile. Put yourself in a good mood. That's the tip I would give.
Right. And that is so important to do and so important to follow, because if you're waking up in the morning and you're not feeling good and it's Thursday and you want to be on Speakers Theater and you don't feel good, you may not be. So definitely take some time for yourself. Drink water, drink lots of water. Always have water when you can't see it on my screen, but broadcasting, and get yourself hydrated, because the more you feel better, the better your business is going to improve, and the more fun you can have, like what we're having here on Speakers Theater. Absolutely. So definitely follow some of those tips there. So Jessica, share with us. You've been here a couple of weeks in a row. How has this been fun in your life, and how can we share it more with the world?
Yeah, absolutely. Sharing it more with the world just by talking about it, right? Anyone who is enjoying this needs to talk about it, because if you're enjoying this, who do you know who's also going to enjoy this? Who else do you know that this is going to help? And the more we talk about things, the more things are going to be shared, for sure. And I'm enjoying it because not only am I getting podcast guests, like my schedule is getting so booked up because people see that I'm showing up and they're reaching out to me. Jessica, here you have a podcast, or Jessica, would you like to be on my podcast? And it allows us to share it to more people as well. So just talk about it. Get on someone's podcast. Put it on your social media. Invite people onto your podcast. Or just start a podcast, right? Hopefully this is the inspiration that you need. This is the sign you've been waiting for. Like, I need a sign of why I should start a podcast. Here it is right now. And
here's your sign.
Yes, exactly. There's no coincidence. There is a reason why you showed up here today and you're hearing this. There is no coincidence. There's only a reason. So take that and do what you will with it. But I say share it.
All right, there you go.
You guys are awesome. I'm going to bring them all back. They're really excited. Everybody online listening, you can be live with us. We're having be too much fun. Closing all the rooms. It's funny when you close rooms, no matter whether they're done or not done. And people at that point are like, really closing the rooms on me? No, I wasn't finished.
It was only 10 seconds.
Close room. Here they come. Look at that. Look at that populate. Look at that. Here they come all the way back. Awesome. All right, give everybody a round of applause. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming back. Honey, we once were training a speaker. We put everybody in breakout rooms, and then they clicked the button to bring everybody back, and nobody came back. I I said, no, you just ended the call, because we all went blank. They're like, nothing's going on my Zoom. I'm like, did you hit the end the call button, not delete the breakout rooms? So be careful what buttons you push. It makes a big difference. And there was about 120 people and it's, it's great. They all dialed back in. So that was pretty awesome to see. We can all do that. And I did that early on with our team. We were doing a 12-hour broadcast. I don't know if anybody here was even on that one. And we had, I think it was Sharon Lecter, then Kevin Harrington, then Brian Tracy. And then who was next? And I clicked the wrong button. I did. We had 450 people on there. I clicked the wrong. I turned everybody off. I got a text from Bill Walsh, if you know him, like you have never seen. But I got everybody back. We got just about everybody back on. It was pretty cool. That was literally 2 weeks after the pandemic shut everything down. So did you guys learn one thing in those rooms? Raise your hand if you did. If you learned one thing, it's a great day. Fantastic. I'm going to let just one or two of you put your hand up. How do you do that? You go down to reactions, you click raise hand. Tell us the one or two things that you learned really quickly, if anybody has that. Go ahead and hit reactions, put your hand up. If you don't, we're just going to move forward because we just move fast here at the Mentor Studio, at Speaker Theater, and at Powhatan. So anybody really quick? Okay, good. Yep, guys, keep chat open for the moment. Keep chat. We'll be shamelessly promoting each other like crazy in a couple minutes. But keep the chat. All right, good. Anybody want to? Okay, hands are up. There we go. We got the two. All right, Felicia, go ahead. Tell us.
Hi. Yes, my name is Felicia, and I learned that about marketing, about the three things: results, value, and personal. If I'm going to post.
That's fantastic. Give that a round of applause. Did you say isn't it great because you're only in the groups less than 20 minutes, how much you can do in 20 minutes? We used to do these obviously over 4 days, but every week to have a group to bounce ideas off of. And I will start also popping through the groups. I've seen over like 1 million students, so I usually have something to say, but I will help you guys in moving those. And so Felicia, thank you so much for being on the call. And now we have all the way from Canada, Catherine O'Leary.
Hi. So we had a few interesting conversations. One, a lot of people are struggling with VAs and finding the VA teams. So we had some conversations around that. And Tammy actually suggested that when you are starting to get ready for VA to either Loom or Zoom record some of your tasks so that you have almost an SOP started, which I thought was great as you're working through things that you want to eventually get off your plate. And the other thing we talked about was TikTok and how TikTok can actually drive traffic to your squeeze page and opt-in pages, which I didn't realize. So it was some interesting learnings.
Well done. Thank you. And Janelle, this will be the last one.
Thank you. Hello, how are you? So I learned several things. LinkedIn, I did not know, has a new platform that Michelle is using to create community and bring people together. So that was wonderful, news and something new that I can look into. And also supported me with just bringing so many new things onto my plate. How do you organize yourself within time and create deadlines in the 10 before 10 and using a Google Doc. So Michelle, I appreciate that. I'm going to put all of that into practice. So thank you for that.
Awesome. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
And real quick, I just want to share, I know you guys were all out in breakout rooms, but I kept one of you behind with me, and that was Miss Jessica Brothers. And so if you have an opportunity to catch one of the streams and watch the replay, you'll see a quick little mini interview about Speakers Theater and the Mentor Studio and what she does, as well as one of her health tips so you feel better, so you can expand your business, which we just shared with the rest of the world. So in the future, I'll be having one of you guys stay back with me while you're in breakout rooms to do your little 20, 15-minute interview.
Fantastic. It's great to have them on too, Donna, because it's always learning, and we do record it all, and it's recorded in all the different channels, so make sure you go on there. And Tammy, I thought the same thing too. I thought that was really funny how Phyllis, you guys popped up and people were talking about you and VA, and I'm like, were you not at the masterminds? Hold on 1 second. So it's funny how things work. All right, here we go. Shameless promotion. Now you're going to do it 20 seconds. I don't have my timekeeper. Jonathan was supposed to be such an obnoxious timekeeper. That was great. All right, let's see. Who's going to be the timekeeper today?
I think Eric's got it.
What?
We nominate Eric.
Okay. Eric is our time. Everybody say, hey, Eric. You know, our website looks like it does and is doing what it does because of Eric and his team. So give that a round of applause. They're just awesome. So you're going to speak for 20 seconds. Your name, what you do, something about you nobody else knows, and then you can leave your beautiful short information in the chat so people can get in contact with you.
And just remember, I'm copying and pasting that into the live stream and across all of our different channels. So please only put your information in the chat as you speak.
That's it. Fantastic. And also, this is your time if you are a podcaster. First of all, we have a podcast division. So I'm going to put this in here again. I posted it while you guys on breakout rooms. Let me tell you, that doesn't help too much. But so this is how, make sure if you are a podcaster, you're going to join our podcast division, make sure that you click on that, get on the call, get on the list so we can get you ingrained in that. Number two, just have fun. So if you're ready to, if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. We're not going to force anybody. But this is your 20 seconds. How do I recognize what you do? You're going to go down to reactions. Click on raise hand. When you raise your hand, you're up and running. You got 20 seconds. And then we'll go there with a little bit of information from those on, which is always a great thing. It's always a training. It's always a piece of really how do I use that? And Cease will be ready to go with that. Got it? All right, fantastic. All right, here we go. And then I'll just
when I raise my hand, you got 5 seconds left.
Everybody got that? And when their time is up, what kind of noise are they going to hear?
They're gonna say,
Oh, that's incredibly obnoxious. You see how quickly it starts from there? So, and he's just wicked about that. You know, because we have a little less than we had last time. I'll let him go 30 seconds because I really want to hear what nobody else knows about. What was that?
Bonus time.
Bonus time. I like bonus time. So we'll get through everybody that we can. We'll then move on to Cease. He's always got, he's built, let me tell you, he's a platinum partner with Tony. He's built businesses around the world. Over 7 of them gone over 7 figures. So you're going to want to hear what it'll be just pure content. And he's got a gift for you. I love gifts when gifts happen. The other thing too is I wanted to make sure that everybody on here has signed up for the Success Love Revolution next Thursday. We will move that. Everybody from Speakers Theater to that. It's going to have some pretty heavy hitters who run a lot of the biggest stages on the planet. I've actually, one of the ladies you're going to be hearing from, she has over 1 million followers. So you want to hear what they have to say, content rich. And if you have questions, I'll be on live. The team will be on live, and we'll go from there. And that's next week. So everybody grab the link right now. Everybody grab the link in the chat. Make sure you get that link. And here we go. So again, post in the chat when it's your turn to play. If I make your name what it should not sound like, or if I destroy it or anything, just tell me how to pronounce it and we'll move forward from there. I do it all the time. It happens all the time, and life is good. Now, without any further ado, and some of you, I know some of you don't, you get a little addition all the way from Canada, working as hard as she can, smiling. And by the way, I was going to do, you don't want to start with sort of, but for those of you who are Canadian, or my mom lived in England for years, the Queen of England has passed away. So it's another time for, life is always about, life changes every day. And I think in her life, she did the best that she could with what she had, and she took on as a young age. So I send blessings and love to her family, because it's still a loss of a mother and a grandmother, and we go from there. So take a second. Now we transition. All right. So back to ourselves. Shameless promotion. Let's give it up all the way from Canada for Catherine, and I know she's got that Irish name, but Catherine O'Leary.
Catherine O'Leary. Yes, I'm Catherine O'Leary. I am the Quiz Queen. I actually help entrepreneurs ask questions to attract the best clients. And my information is in the chat. And something that people don't know about me, that I am a sci-fi junkie. I love science fiction. Anything Harry Potter, anything fantasy, sci-fi. I am probably binge watching on Netflix.
Oh, awesome. Give her a round of applause. That makes it even better now, because then we can start talking about Star Trek. We could go down many different roads here, but we'll leave that alone for now. So that is awesome. And also, Catherine's one of our lead students at the Mentor Studio. So we're very excited to have her on board, what she's doing. And really, she does. I've been in the industry a long time, and I have not found somebody with what she's doing. And we're really excited to have her as part of the team. So thank you so much. Next, all the way from the East Coast, jumping up and down, excited just to be here. She cannot believe the rest of you are here. And Craig says he misses you, but he's on his standing call, but he'll be here next time. Let's give it up for Nancy Schwartz.
Thank you, Michael. Excited to be here. My name is Nancy Schwartz, and I'm founder and transformational strategist of Envision Healthy Retirement. What I do is to transform business experts from their career out into retirement predicated on healthy retirement. Something nobody knows till actually about this call is I'm headed to Florida to work with CEAS, so I'm very excited about that. And yes, excited.
Done.
Oh, you're so good. And something about yourself nobody else knows?
That's what it was, to work with CEAS.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. CEAS, look at that. This is just awesome. Give everybody a round of applause. Nancy, you're the best. And Nancy came and helped us at our last event, was there and participated, and she was just groovy. All right, now, for the woman that will take you through the universe, who knows more about, well, I'm going to let you describe what you do, because you're just the best. I've seen you on so many calls for years now, and you know what? Tammy always shows up. Great. You look for somebody, Tammy always shows up. Those are the kind of people you want to work with. Let's give it to Tammy Gross.
All right. Well, I am Tammy Gross. I'm the Scriptpreneur, and I help people turn transformation story into a bestseller and a Hollywood movies or series. And I do that through group coaching and all sorts of different things. But we have some free group coaching going on for writers and storytellers every Wednesday during September. So it's free. And then we also have forever free. On Tuesdays, we have Hollywood networking at realconnects.com. And I'll put that in the chat so you know how to spell it and where to go for it. But we want to give your story a stage. And something you don't know about me is that I was a professional singer.
Oh, professional singer. All right. Oh, she's leading up for our song next week. So actually, we'll punt her on to Wealth 11.0. So it'll be a much bigger audience. And that'll be really good. I'll just pop her on stage at one point. You never know, Tammy, right?
Sure.
I know, and right. She would do it too. Right. It would be like there would be. All right, give Tammy a big round of applause, everybody. And now, all the way also from the East Coast, showing up all the time, been in events, helps. We'll move a chair from talking on stage to bring their presence known to everybody out there. Let's give it up for Sally.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon. I am from near Charlotte. I help investors make an extra 23.8% on any investment, be it crypto, real estate, stock market, Forex, by saving capital gains. One thing y'all don't know about me is I have dual citizenship and I travel to all 50 states and 39 countries.
Wow. Give her a applause on that. That's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. All right, Sally, thank you so much. Make sure you post your information in the chat down below. The other thing too is don't forget everybody at the end if you want to connect with people. That's great. Don't connect with them saying join my business, join my business, join my business. And the great thing about that is you can just click on the three buttons and you hit save chat. You can save the chat. But this is not shamelessly spam everybody as we go through. All right, next up now is Lil, the company. Lil, your name. I just want to make sure I get this right. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to put your names in there or let me know. So your mic is open.
Okay. Bill Barkowski. I am in Dunedin, Florida, beautiful Dunedin near Tampa Bay. CEO of GWM Publishing. We ghostwrite and edit books and publish books. That's mainly what we do. We create wonderful compilation books and always look at the people that want to raise a bunch of funds for themselves or a nonprofit. In my former life, something not most of you know, I've been a musician and I was a chef and a restaurateur. I've owned restaurants for many years, so did a lot of that, and then transitioned into writing permanently. So that's me, and my information's in the chat.
Awesome, Eric, you're so obnoxious. It's great. All right,
I'm loving my obnoxious face right now.
Give a round of applause. That's fantastic. So we're going to talk about one of my friends actually does his podcast is he changed the name. I got to remember. He does it out of and they used to do live cooking as they did the podcast, and it actually became very popular over there. So we'll have to chat about that one day. That'll be fantastic. Oh, right. Next, the gentleman, another Floridian. All these Floridians. Who's in Florida here? Raise your hand. Who's in Florida? Who's in Florida? Okay, look at all these hands going up. Okay, so another wonderful Floridian coming all the way from Miami, Florida. Known him a long time. He is the tax man. He does so much online. He's taken every single course out there on the planet. He's worked with just about everybody that I know. His company also has done 95,000 tax returns. Plus helps you get online, helps you move it, and it's amazing what he's created for his own office. Let's give it up for Mr. Albert Corey.
Hey everybody, my name is Albert Corey. The world knows me as the tax man. For almost 40 years, I've assisted over 25,000 business owners increase their bottom line consistently. You can get a hold of me at acorey.com. And if you don't know about me, starting this weekend, it's University of Miami football season. So you'll see me tailgating in the parking lots.
Awesome, I love it. Give Albert a big thunderous applause. And Albert's done a lot for us at the Mentor Studio and the Power Team and a lot of our channels. So, seriously, give him a huge shout out. If you need something, he's always there. And if he doesn't know what it is, he'll get connection. He's well connected. So, very well done, Albert. Thank you so much. All right, next gentleman, one of our Mentor Studio, I'm just bringing somebody on, there we go. One of our Mentor Studio members, he's always there, he shows up, he's excited. Let's give it up, and he spoke, I think, at our last event as one of the panelists. Let's give it up for, as he's yawning right now, Mr. Les. You've been working too hard, Les.
Les Simpson. I help chiropractors that want to add workers' comp, personal injury, and sports injury clients to their practice. Our attorneys actually provide the patients to them. We also market social media for clients that want to experience accelerated injury recovery. And if you go to wellnesstechplus.com, you can download a book, 4 Steps to an 8-Figure Practice. We have experience in turning chiropractic.
Look how quickly it goes. All right, Les, don't forget to put it in the chat. And something about yourself again?
Yeah, I'm a Colorado native, and I've only been out of the state 15 years of my life.
Wow, fantastic. All right, give Les a big round of applause, everybody. It's an awesome day. Let me just bring that hand down. And now, what's funny is I heard this thing about VAs, and then all of a sudden somebody popped up on my screen. I think the universe just moves for a reason. She is a platinum partner with Tony Robbins. She has an incredible business. And yes, there's a lot of VA behind it. Let's give it up to Phyllis.
Hi, everyone. My name is Phyllis. I'm actually located in Dallas, Texas. Everybody call me the queen of virtual assistants. If you really have too much things to do and you don't know how to do it, or you have something that you wanted to do, but you don't like to do it, schedule a call with us. We have all kind of packages that can help you move your business forward. And that is one thing that I love to do so that you can spend more time with your family.
Awesome. Give it up for Phyllis, everybody. And by the way, she is amazing, and what she's created amazing, and what she's doing with her VAs. You'll hear her story much more in depth. We'll have you back in a couple of weeks to do a much bigger piece, because I think what you're doing for those families is just brilliant. So make sure you connect with her. And if you guys see Donna, by the way, turning away and looking away, it's because she's taking all these posts and putting it out to all the other channels. Everybody got that? So you're going on all these different channels. So that's why make sure your information is clear and easy to get to.
And put your name in it. Helpful. Your name with your phone number or your email. That's helpful.
Yeah, put your name in there, because nobody's going to, if she pulls it right off the chat, you got to put your name in. So don't forget to put your name in. It's awesome. All right, Phyllis, thank you.
Michael, real quick. Sorry to interrupt everyone. I got a 1 p.m. meeting. I asked Albert if he could get the time. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going to run right into it. So
no worries. You're my web guy. You can do whatever you want. All right, give everybody say bye, Eric. Albert, are you ready with the obnoxious noise?
Bye, Eric.
Bye-bye. I asked Albert to take over for me.
Albert.
Go on, man.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
I am ready. Go.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Now, again, all the way from Canada. She's smiling. She's happy. And it's just a great day. Let's give it up. And one of our Mentor Studio members, let's give it up to Christine.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christine Lennox. My business is called It's About You by Christine Lennox. I'm a herbalist for 34 years, and I've actually been using supplements for 40. And I'm actually just getting over the positive assessment of COVID last night, and I already feel better today. So that's me improving my health, even in all of the process.
All right, fantastic. Make sure you put your information in. Albert, that was good. We got people really good obnoxious noises here. And by the way, if you just came on and we just opened you up, everybody's getting to their 22nd. You missed the mastermind piece. Then we're going to have an amazing training and then a Q&A at the end. So it's a great day. We're going out to different channels on this and having way too much fun. All right, she's excited. She's happy. Oh my gosh, are you in Florida too? And everybody, let's give it up for Laura White.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Laura White, a business strategist expert, helping women entrepreneurs and coaches for the last 12 years how to grow and scale their kingdom business with easy, simple strategies. I know how I used to struggle. I believe in giving back and helping women not to struggle like I did. Yes, one thing about me is I lived in Florida my whole entire life, was married to someone that was a Floridian too, just moved to Georgia, and I'm there now. So thank you.
Wow, you know, you're just amazing. Just amazing. So you get all these states. And Laura's amazing, by the way, everybody. We've seen her on stage, we've seen her walk across. She is ready, and she is a powerhouse. So you got to work with her, make sure you grab her information. And now, was it, just to make sure I pronounce it correctly again, was it Felicia?
Yes, Felicia. That's
Did I get it?
You did.
All right, everybody give a big thunderous round of applause for Felicia.
Hi, my name is Felicia. I'm the proud founder of Sex Coast, Sex Coaching and Sex Education Services. I help women move from shame to freedom who have experienced sexual trauma, generational trauma, or even sexual harassment. And one thing about me is that I love karaoke.
Oh, karaoke. This is, you know what? We're going to have a karaoke time on this. Would that be fun?
Yeah.
Right? We'll pick songs nobody knows, so you don't know the rhythm, you don't know the tune, and we'll just go for it. It has to be open source, or I got to buy them all, you know. So, all right, let's give it up for Felicia. Thank you for being on. Is this your first time?
Yes, it is.
Oh, awesome. You going to join us next week and the week after and the week
I
after?
hope so. This has been wonderful.
I hope so too, and also invite anybody you know. So last week, you never know. Last week we had, hundreds. You never know. And next week we have that big event coming up. So make sure you're on that too. It'll be a lot of good information. We'll do networking in it too. Oh, you're welcome. And now I know this woman. I've seen her. She's Las Vegas. She's part of the Power Team, but she's also running a lot of speaker bureaus. Let's give it up for Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey everyone, yes it is true. I'm a promoter and I am introverted that went extrovert. So I hope that you will try the LinkedIn audio new feature with me. You'll build your LinkedIn tribe and then do me a favor, invite them to the power lunches. I love building ponds and community and then giving them great tickets to very cool events with Bill Walsh, Michael Silvers, Donna Campbell, and the team. So definitely, you want more exposure, come see me. And one more thing, what you don't know about me is I sang at the Los Angeles Coliseum in front of 10,000 people. And my story is part of Stories from the Stage in that book. So check it out and or come spend some time with me here in Las Vegas. Create your events.
Fantastic. Give her a thunderous round of applause. Awesome. We have too much fun is because we work with each other, but we also have a team and we have people that we're just community and we're always about community. We always sort of believe everybody's part of the family and being part of that family. Jim, I know your camera's not on, but are you actually live out there? Mr. Jim Foster, all the way from Atlanta. He's always amazing. He's always great. We're going to see if we can hear from him. He's a rainmaker. He's always there for everybody else. Jim, are you there? I give you 10 seconds, Jim, because I'm very patient, and you are just the most amazing person. Yeah, Donna's doing the countdown. That's funny. All right, Jim, we're going to move on, and then I can always come back to you. All right, next, that was a fast 10 seconds. Don't mess around here. All right, and now this is our own person. She's doing the broadcast all over the place, and she's got an amazing business herself. She's the lead trainer at the Mentor Studio, and literally holds us together when I'm going right, left, up, and down. Let's give it up for Donna.
Yes, hello. And when Michael talks about shameless promotion, I have to jump in every time because you guys see me on the Power Team stages. You guys see me with the Mentor Studio, but I actually really have a day job as well. And out in the world, I am known as the Mind Whisperer, empowering heart-centered professionals to create those instant results through discovering, identifying, releasing, and transforming your blocked emotions so you increase your profit 25% or more consistently. So to get in touch with me, all you have to do is text the word abundance to 26786. I'll put all of that in the chat. And one thing that most people may not realize about me is, I'm going to admit it, I'm a complete and total physics nerd. Physics books, poetry, love them.
Oh, look at that. Physics. We'll remember that. We got that. Everybody got that
Yes.
recorded. Okay, not everybody says that. This is good. Love talking Big Bang Theory and all that. All right, everybody, give her a big thunderous round of applause. And if you've just come on, because I know a couple of you were on all last week, we're doing our 20-second. This is, again, who you are, your name, and you can post in the chat. If you want to be part of it, just hit reactions and raise your hand, and we'll put you up. And make sure you turn on your cameras. Put turning on your camera. I like that. I know most of you down there, but that's okay. All right, and now, he's smiling, he's happy, and I think he's really enjoying being showed up last week, and he's always here. Let's give it up for Anthony.
Thank you very much, Michael. So my name is Anthony Murore. I come from Kenya, although staying in Greece right now. I'm a motivational speaker and author of 2 books, that's Be Good for Good and a workbook that is known as Achieve Your Dream Book that has got the 7 ingredients for success. And you can actually download this from my website and use it towards working on your dream. And something you may not know about me, I'm a realist painter. And I'm going to leave a link on the website for the book.
Fantastic. He's going to put it down in the chat, and he is inviting us all out to Greece to hang out with him. So let's go. This is a good day. And thank you for being on with us every week. You've been on several times, and it's always great to have you part of the group. And Donna, see one of the Mentor Studio mentors yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, Donna, connect with Donna and Anthony. Make sure you
I have your info.
All right, Anthony, can Donna get your info?
Yeah.
Send her your info.
Private message me.
He'll private, okay, and we'll get your.
I think we are connected on Facebook.
Okay.
We are friends on Facebook.
All right.
We got to talk to you more because we could do a lot with you. We got a lot going on in Europe. So, all right, fantastic. This is a great day. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I hit the wrong button here. Okay, good. Now, this next gentleman I've known a long time. He was part of our little mastermind in many of the things we did at Peak Potentials. He also comes from he's brilliant at what he does, and he pops on every couple of years, but I've known him a long time. Let's give it to Don.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Don Ivansky, and as Michael said, we've known each other since 2014, number of years, and thank you for the introduction. So I train people in 2 different areas. When it comes to students, I show them a system how they can get straight A's, so that opens up a plethora of opportunities that they otherwise would not be able to have. And on the other side, I train people. I do an introduction on how to communicate effectively. Why an introduction? Introduction so that people, if they're interested in it, they can take it on to the next step. If not, well, they could just forget about it. So it's geared towards 2 different things. It's geared towards businesses, those that want to sales, and develop a client base that will stick with them. And the other side of it is for those that want to have better relationships with their children, their spouses, their friends, whatever it is I teach them how to do that. And it's interactive. So I show them, you practice, and you see how quickly that somebody could learn how to do this. And just, it's cumulative. The more you practice, the better you get.
Awesome. And Don put his information down there. Don, it's always great to see you. We've known each other a long time. We've traveled, right? We've been to Martha's Vineyard together. We've been many places. So
Martha's Vineyard, and we've been to Australia.
Yes, Australia get together. Yes, we did. Yeah. That was awesome. That was it's always fun. Australia too. So.
That's fantastic.
It is. All right, Don, thank you so much. Make sure you put your information down there. We'll see you again next week. You should also, Don, make sure you're at Wealth 11.0 next week. It's pretty crazy who's going to be coming. So, all right, we'll see you then. And now, all the way from Texas. There's so many people here. How many people, by the way, here? So Floridians are ready to raise their hand. How many people here are not from Florida? Raise your hand. Not from Florida. Look at that. Okay, see, there's more of us. But all right, watch this. How many people are in Texas right now? Raise your hand. Yeah, there they go. There they go. All right. Okay, how many people are from Greece? We know that already. Okay, all the way from Texas. She's ready to give you information. She's created an incredible business. She's a Rainmaker Power Team. She's always here to serve. Let's give it up for Winda.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay, great. 10-second speech, right?
20. Take 20. Take 30.
Okay, great. So what I do is basically providing an alternative investment from stock into real estate. But the goal here is for you to also providing legacy for your kids and also impacting life others, because as you are the part owners of the apartments, you can actually, helping out the community, providing a better place for people that's calling home rather than just a, apartment itself. And that's why I really, truly like what I do. And mostly
something about yourself that nobody else knows, by the way.
I think last week I already shared about I climbed the highest mountain in Texas.
You did.
Okay, there's something else about me is, okay, back in Asia, when you don't know how to swim, somehow they told us to, catch a dragonfly and let it bite your belly button. I don't know why. So I did it back in the day, and actually when I was small. So the dragonfly, I got the dragonfly, I pick it, and then let it bite or bit my belly button. So, and magically somehow it helps me learn how to swim from there on. So
I love it. What a great story. That's fantastic. I think we're going to write a book on that one.
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. I love it. Thank you so much for being on. Make sure that you post your information in the chat. And it's always great to have you on. So it's great.
Thank you so much.
All right. Oh, you're welcome. And our last one for today, all the way from the great state of California, which is where I was born and raised, in the sunshine. But you guys are getting a huge monsoon flow and hot air, and unusual. So stay cool for the next day or two. Let's give it up for Deborah Ham.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if I could top the dragonfly, the belly button one. I'm Deborah Ann Cruz, and I'm in San Diego, California. I am a licensed mental health therapist, psychotherapist, executive coach, author, and speaker. And I speak on the topic of leadership, and the sweet spot of leadership is what I call my program to help leaders not burn themselves out, helping and healing everyone else. One thing you don't know about me is that I'm psychic and working more on my skills.
Wow. I love it. Give her a round of applause for that, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's fantastic. It's always great to have you on. Make sure that you put your information in that. It's just us really being there for each other, helping each other, and making a difference every day. So first of all, give yourselves a big round of applause. Now, special treat time. This gentleman, I'll tell you all the businesses he's created, which are north of 7 figures and more. Trust me. He's a platinum partner with Tony Robbins. But what he and Phyllis does, his wife, is they invest in themselves all the time. They invest in themselves. They take courses. They're always showing up for courses. They're always out there. And he's going to give you 9 minutes of just something you can take away right now and use in your business. And then I've asked him, it's okay. He's going to invite you. He's got a complimentary course next week, which you want to be there. Because let me tell you, there's going to be so much content, so much you're going to use for your business. You're going to get blown away. And then when he's done, we're going to do about 5 minutes Q&A, and then we're going to let you all go. And you guys are amazing. Let's give it up for Steve. Fun, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Michael. 8 to 10 minutes. Great. I'd love to share. Can I just share my screen real quick? Let me share my screen. All right, perfect. share with you guys the importance of these 10 things that are on your main landing page, right? So you guys are all coaches, consultants, course creators. You have a service. You're going to run webinars, training, classes, whatever that you're doing. You know how Austin talks about, you want to basically send traffic to somewhere that does not suck, right? I'm just going to give you 10 things that are vital to have on your main page before the scroll, right? Before they scroll down. Because again, you're trying to basically always attract 3 types of buyers. You got emotional buyers, logical buyers, and then fear of missing out buyers, okay? So before they even scroll down to look at anything, your credentials, your authority, your credibility, who you've been with, all those things, right? Your, more about you. 70-80% of the time, you want those people to basically know exactly what they're getting themselves into right before they even scroll down, because literally, if done right, 70% of those people should already be moving forward. They won't even need to scroll down. Does that make sense? Okay? So there's 10 things here I want to basically share with you on one of my landing pages that are so vital for you to have on yours. Okay? So the very first question you got to ask yourself is, who is this for? Okay? Answer that question. Who is this for? So if you can see what I've done here, who is this for? For coaches, consultants, course creators, speakers, and fee-for-service professionals. That's the first question I answered. Second question is, what do they want? What does my ideal client want, right? Wanting to turn what you love doing, your knowledge, your expertise, into an online course, event, program, or service, and make money online immediately, right? If you look at a movie, every movie starts when we know there's a character and we know that the character wants something. Does that make sense? Right? So that's how every movie starts. So your landing page is no different than a movie. Okay? And then the third question you got to ask yourself is, what's their problem? And how do you solve that problem? So that becomes your headline, right? How to launch your online course, event, program, or service in a matter of days, not months, not years. Even if you're a newbie who is stuck and hasn't launched, or you've launched but struggling with low or no conversions. If you are my ideal client, you are running these issues. I know you are, because guess what? I did, right? As somebody who's in this space, my first 2 years in business, I sucked, right? Forget about low conversions. I had no conversions, and I know how that felt. Does that make sense? I had products or services, things that I love doing, my expertise. I wanted to launch, but it took me forever. And some of those things didn't launch. So I know the problems of this particular niche that I'm actually in. So I solve it, right? So how do I solve it? And then the fifth question you got to answer is, what's your bold statement, right? So if you can see up here, my bold statement is secrets to launching successfully without wasting time or investing tons of money. Again, I solve my own problem. That's why I'm an expert to be able to help people launch, because I know what it felt to waste a ton of time and a ton of money. Okay, so that's number 5. Number 6, you got to give your people the framework, right? So for me, come learn our 7 steps to 7 figures launch to sell system, right? So I'm going to give them a framework that solves their problem, that basically, complements my bold statement, right? And then if I'm inviting them somewhere, I got to make sure that I'm inviting them to my training title, right? So my training title is at our next free and live 7 Figures Expert Online Business Launching Grow Intensive. So that's number 7. Number 8, if you're doing a live event, make sure that you have the date and time. So that's number 8. You answer that. When is it? And then number 9 is the value. The value of what you're training. Okay? So critical. So if you serve your seat now, I'll be sharing with you what others have paid me over $10,000 to learn for free. I coach people on a one-on-one level. I charge them $5,000 a month. For the first 60 days, I help them launch, tweak, test, track, right? Launch again, take new action, all those things. And that's what I get paid to do. So the very thing that I basically work with my clients on for 60 days, I am basically sharing in this 2-hour training, okay? And then the last thing, number 10, is FOMO. Don't miss out. Our free trainings will end soon. Now, this is critical as well, the FOMO. Why? Because this free training that I'm doing, these 2-hour trainings that I'm doing at the very beginning of this new product that I just launched 6 weeks ago, I won't be doing these free forever, right? I'm going to be doing them free now. soon I'm going to be start doing these 2-hour trainings, maybe for a low ticket, $27, $47, maybe even $97, but they're free now. So I'm not telling people something that I won't be doing. I plan on not doing these free trainings. I plan on turning these free trainings into an evergreen that if you want to watch free, you can watch it on demand. But if I'm going to come live and deliver the same value, I'm going to start charging for it. Does that make sense? Right? So, give something that, is truth, right? Don't give something as a marketing, just a marketing scheme. So again, 10 questions. I ran that really, really fast. I'll repeat them. Who is this for? What do they want? What's the problem you solve? What's your solutions? Your bold statement. What's your framework? What's your training title? The date of your training title? The value of your training? And then fear of missing out. These 10 things are vital to have on your landing page before the scroll. Does that make sense? Across the board, doesn't matter what niche, what industry you're in, these 10 things are super, super, super important. Okay? Last but not least, guys, if you have a course, a product, or a service, I will give you the success formula. I'll skip right to it. I call it the 5 T's. Take action, which is launch. The second T is test. Test. Who you're selling to, right? Where you're selling it, how you're marketing it. Test. And then after that, track. Track your KPIs. Know how many people are coming, registering, how many people are showing, how many people bought, how many people didn't buy, right? Track all that stuff. And then tweak. Tweak your messaging on your landing page. That landing page was tweaked over and over again in the last 6 weeks, probably like 40 different times. Right? My presentation at the same time I was tweaking it for probably, tonight would be my 8th time running this live. And this one will most likely be one that is perfect, because on Saturdays I thought that one's going to be perfect, but it was 95%. It's 5 more percent. I missed a few things. So I tweaked it, and I'm going to run it again tonight. Okay? And then take action. Take new action. With all that data that you just got, you got to take new action and repeat the process. Does that make sense? Most people fear. Most people stop taking action, and you got to keep going. You got to keep going. And if you're going to do live events, the biggest fear I know every single one of you guys have, including myself, is that people don't show up. At the end of the day, it does not matter. The only person that you should care about showing up is you. If you show up, it's how you show up, not everybody else. If one person shows up, great. You just blow that one person's mind. Does that make sense? Right? It's how you show up. Forget about the rest. If 10 people show up, you're the same. If 20 people, you're the same. One person shows up, you're the same. If nobody shows up, you're the same. Keep doing it. You got to keep going. Does that make sense? Okay? And that's it.
All right, everyone, give Cease a huge round of applause there. And let's see if I can do this here just for a moment. That was incredibly valuable information. Doesn't everybody agree? Yes? Yes?
And then Donna, sorry, I forgot.
Yes.
I am doing a live boot camp, September 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's free for the Mentor Studio and Power Team. Normal tickets I would charge for $9.97. You can come there for free, either virtual or in person. Those Floridians, if you're in Florida, I'm running this in Orlando. If you want to come rub elbows and hang out and have some fun, it's going to be at Florida's Resort in Orlando, 3 full days, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please don't leave early, because I want to deliver value too. There's so much work to get done. And this is not information. This is strategies, tactics. We will get to work. Does that make sense? For 3 straight days. If you want to do it virtually, you can do virtually as well those 3 days. So I'm going to send a link to it here.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm actually doing a training tonight. If you want an intro of what I will be covering those 3 days, because I know that time's valuable, right? Before you go on a three-day getaway with me, come at least date with me tonight for 2 hours, so you can kind of see if this is something that's for you. If the things that I covered tonight are for you, then most likely the 3 days for you. Does that make sense? So I'm going to put in both dates. I'm putting the 3-day date, and I'm putting in tonight's date at 6 p.m., okay?
Yes, please put all of that information there in the chat, and I will get it shared over to these other platforms. because we are still streaming live. So everyone who put in comments here, who put in your information, it did go out on all those different channels. So if you want to see it, catch a replay, just go to my Facebook page on Donna Campbell or go to Bill Walsh 360. That's where you will find all the different comments. You'll also find them on the Mentor Studio pages that we have. You just can't share those on those feeds forward if you wanted to share it to your own Facebook profile, but you can do that. And I love your comment there, Phyllis. There, I'm lending my sexy husband to you all. So enjoy. Yes, absolutely there. So take advantage of his offer as he's sharing that and putting it into the chat. For those of you that are out there listening or maybe in the area, I am going to be in Scottsdale tomorrow in Phoenix. And what I'm sharing here in the chat, let's see if I can get it to load into the chat there. It's a PDF, but when you click on it, it will open it up. It's the Quantum Success Summit for Power Team. And we'll be at Foto Chow in Scottsdale. So if you know of people in that area, feel free to invite them. The sign up link is on there. So definitely join there. And if you're interested in podcasting and sharing your message out there and want to get a podcast started, maybe you already have a podcast started and you want to know more or refine it or magnify it, I am looking for the link here to share with that as well for you guys. For the podcasting, there it is, Summit. And for information, if you go ahead and join, I'll make sure you get the emails that I've been sending out to everybody. And that way you get all the back training as well. So all you have to do is click that form and register. If you've already registered, don't worry, I already have information. And you should be getting an email from Donna at thementorstudio.com for this. And one last thing, next week on the 15th and 16th, we are hosting the Wealth 11.0 Self-Love Revolution Summit. And this is a 2-day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. both days. And there's a link there to join. Feel free to invite anybody there. There are such an amazing lineup of speakers that'll all be coming out and being announced. And so many people there to be connected. And if you go back and watch one of the replays here, when I was talking with Jessica Brothers, she was talking about how these forums and Power Team and Mentor Studio help bring those connected relationships for everyone. So if you can be on anything, definitely be on the Self-Love Revolution Summit, because it's going to be fun, it's going to be wild, it's impactful. There's a lot of new amazing speakers that are coming out, and you guys are going to get a lot more connected relationships. All right, Michael, any closing words?
Yeah, I'm just watching the typing about the flowers again. Boy, that's never.
Yes, flowers.
I'll tell you, that is.
I like tulips. If anybody's out there.
Yeah, I like it. It makes way too much fun. So I wanted to thank really everybody for being on. First of all, give yourselves a round of applause. And what a great group. You know, for the 4 that had dropped away, actually, I'll private message me saying this, and I knew they had appointments anyways. We have a group that's on another call. So by the way, you guys are awesome. They'll be watching this later. So I want to thank you guys for doing that and being part of it. For those of you who listen from far and between, don't go. We'll go as one team, one family. Next week is a busy week. Obviously, we have the calls. We have even a call today. We have a call tomorrow. We have Phoenix Live. We have, I don't even know. I think we have, again, 7 live events in the next 7 days. Plus, we have the big success, the Self-Love Revolution, Wealth 11.0, and then, Cesa's amazing event. And, so a question, Cece, by the way, let's answer a live question. So one question that somebody actually texted to me said, because they know Jonathan really well, they want to be on Jonathan's call to support him. When that call is done, can they join yours?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah,
So,
and then what I'm going to do is if they miss whatever it is, I'm going to
Yeah.
send them the recording of that section. Yeah.
Give Cece a round of applause, everybody.
They don't miss anything.
That's freaking awesome. Because that was a question that came up from a couple people saying because they worked with Jonathan a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And what he's going to do too is he's part of what he's teaching you. So make sure you're on tonight if you guys could be on tonight. Because I'll tell you, there's so much of this information that he has because of what he's done and what he's created and what Phyllis has done with the whole VA side. You've got to just hear what they're doing and the partnerships working together. We're using their services. Donna's using their services. there's just a way to do things and to make it simple. Stop making it hard on yourself. Make it simple and use a team all the time. So Don, any last things before we're going to let it go all as one team, one family?
Well, just thank you everyone for showing up, because that's the first step. Show up and great things happen.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I wanted to thank you all for being on. If you're a member of Power Team or the Mentor Studio or wherever you are, wherever you're from, wherever invited you, wherever you heard about this, you guys are just amazing. We're going to go as one team and one family. So first of all, everybody open up your mics. Everybody open your mic up. Open up. Unmute. What is one word or something you learned today? Go ahead, shout it out, jump on each other, talk about it. Doesn't matter. One word.
BA.
Tech.
Actions.
You know, she jumped on that VA thing. Phyllis, are you paying people here? Boy, that VA went faster than. So here's what we're going to do today. Yeah, Lisa, you're new today, so we're going to let you stand out on this one. We're going to say, first of all, take your right hand, take your left hand, put your hands together, warm it up, get some energy going and some energy. On three, we're going to shout VA. Everybody got this?
Yes.
All right, here we go. And Donna, I won't shut down right away. Do you need to say goodbye to the people online?
Yeah, I can shut down online and we can stay here on Zoom.
Okay, well, no, we'll shut it down. But you guys, so next, Love Revolution, beyond there, we'll do networking, we'll do everything else, but you've got some pretty heavy hitters you'll be listening to. Make sure you're part of CISA's course too, because you can jump over once that's done. You want to be there for sure. And tonight, he's giving you that bonus. So you guys are awesome. All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! You guys are awesome. All right, everybody. Yeah, farewell so long, and I'll talk to you all soon. You guys are awesome. What a great group.
Awesome, Michael.
No, this has been too much fun. Too much fun.
There's never such thing as too much fun.
And Felicia, you need to find out what we're doing at the Mentor Studio too. I think you'd be just amazing. Yeah, so make sure you connect with Donna. Make sure you connect with Donna.
All right,
So, all right, everybody else, I'm going to let you guys go. Donna, I'm going to shut it down. Cease, you're great. Hopefully you have a ton of people tonight. And you and I are talking on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay,
All right, bye everyone.
All right, bye everybody.